when this is all done, because that's what we're cooking today. Steve Pearson's here from the famous Nordic Lodge. Tell us where the Nordic Lodge is.
It's in Charlestown, Rhode Island.
That's right.
Yep, out in the country.
It's a buffet,
setting.
right?
It's an all-you-can-eat high-end buffet.
High-end buffet with all with fish, correct?
Correct. Lobsters, king crab, snow crab, on and on and on.
You got it all, man. And don't eat for 2 days before you go there. Trust me. All right, we got some lobsters here. Tell me about what we've got.
We've got 2-clawed hardshell lobsters from the North Atlantic. There's only one animal like it, and they are delicious. They're going to be boiled here with butter, sea salt, and that's it. They're going to be in for the appropriate amount of time. We're going to show you how to break it open, how to eat them easily.
Right.
And you're going to like it.
So tell us a little bit about the restaurant, the idea behind what you were doing. I mean, was there any thought that you could really actually get people here to eat enough to be able to make things go?
You know, it's such a unique concept that nobody else does, an all-you-can-eat lobster buffet for one price. In addition to that, we've got all certified Angus beef, king crab, snow crab, shrimp 6 ways, imported Belgium chocolate, Haagen-Dazs ice cream, on and on and on. And it's a real treat. People don't come there every week like they might at other restaurants, but we do see our regular customers 2, 3, and 4 times a year. It's generally a planned occasion, and it's always memorable.
What's your most popular dish?
Lobster, king crab, snow crab, shrimp, filet mignon, prime rib.
And we cook it simply. Why so?
That's the way we like to do it. We buy the best product available. We don't disguise it, and people love it. People really have a desire to taste the real flavor of the food they're eating.
Not have it disguised with a lot of other spices and whatnot.
That's what we found. We've been doing it 30 years, and we listen to our customers, and that's basically what they tell us. They like it that way.
Well, it sounds like you've been doing pretty well. Steve, thanks so much. We're going to come back in a couple more minutes, and we're going to start getting this done, all right?
Thank you.
Sound good to you?
Great.
Sounds good to me. Back to you.
All right. Well, I am. This is what's happening with the lobster. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sorry, but is this a chicken lobster?
That's called a chicken lobster.
Okay.
Because it's got 2 claws. Otherwise, it'd be called a cull.
Okay.
Or if it had no claws, it'd be called a bullet.
A bullet? I've never seen a lobster with no claws.
Yeah. Yep, we don't use them. We use 2-clawed lobsters whenever we can.
This guy's like, what is going on? I'm going to put him back down. Now, what am I to look for when I go to the supermarket or down to one of the docks and want to make a lobster dinner for my family?
First of all, you want it to be lively.
Okay.
That's first and foremost. The next thing that I look for is a hard body. And you can do that just by squeezing with your index finger and your thumb.
Okay.
Just like that.
Okay.
And you can feel there's resistance. That's a hard-shelled lobster. That means the meat will be full inside the shell, and it'll be a little firmer and more tasty.
Huh. That's a good trick to know.
Yeah, it is.
What else?
Give
me another one.
You can look for male versus female.
Ooh, how do you tell? Wait a second.
Okay.
I don't know if we should show this. We have children in the audience. Okay, tell me how you can tell.
If you like the roe, which is the red, sometimes called coral, in lobster, then you want to go for a female lobster. Now you can see the tail is wider.
I'm going to try to figure out. Nope, I can't tell.
Okay. Well, you can. The upper swimmerettes are soft on a female.
Swimmerettes, okay.
Correct. Where on a male lobster, the upper swimmerettes right here are hard. Okay?
Oh, okay, all right.
Also, if you prefer tail meat to claw meat,
yes, I do.
Then you want to take a female because the tail is
Her
wider.
tush is bigger. You
Correct.
know, I guess all through nature, us ladies carry some junk in the trunk, huh? But that's a good thing when it comes to lobsters.
Right.
Awesome. Well, we're going to talk a little bit more about this because Nordic Lodge is joining us this morning to cook on the Rhode Show. But we're going to let these guys get a little bit of rest and, reconnoiter here, and then we'll be back. Vince, over to you.
All right. To the Rhode Show kitchen. We're with Steve Pearson from the Nordic Lodge in Charlestown. It is a infamous kitchen. It's been there for 30 years now, has it not?
We've been there for 48 years.
48? Wow.
But we've been running this all-you-can-eat high-end buffet for 30. We're in the 30th year.
I imagine it's very popular.
It is. It is. They come from far and wide to visit us.
Yeah, you were talking about they come from states as far south as Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania, Philly is like a big place where they come from. We get a lot of buses from Philly and New York.
I'm from Philly. They love seafood there.
And they like this spread. I mean, take a look
come on,
at
get any
the
better than
piles and piles of lobster and crab. What do we have? King crab, Alaskan crab legs?
Yeah, talk to us about the different crabs and lobsters that we have here.
All right. Well, this, of course, is our lobsters. These are North Atlantic lobsters. These are snow crab, okay? They come from the North Atlantic as well, around Newfoundland, Labrador, and Nova Scotia and such. And those are Alaskan king crab. Those king crab are from the waters between Alaska and Russia.
So
And
that's what we see on the Deadliest Catch, when those guys go out into the Bering Sea and whatnot to go catch that?
that's correct, one and the same. We buy our king crab from the Trident Corporation, which owns those boats that you see Sig and his brother on. And,
Very cool.
so the king crab you're eating at the Nordic Lodge is a high likelihood you may have seen them on television.
That's funny.
Now, how many different species of lobster are there in our area?
There is only one in our area.
Okay.
That's correct. That's the North Atlantic lobster, Humerus americanus.
Right.
There's only one like
Yeah,
it.
it always cracks me
And
up.
is it the largest lobster?
They can get, we've had lobsters up to 32, 34 pounds.
Wow.
Not recently, but some years ago, 20 years ago or so, we used to get them all the time and we'd raffle them off.
Yeah.
And we actually had several over 30 pounds.
Oh, that's
You know
fantastic.
what I wanted to ask you is, we just cooked this really quickly. How long were these lobsters in here, and how long do you have to cook them for? When do you know
All
that
right.
they're done?
This is what you do. We do it a little bit different in the restaurant because we're cooking 210 pounds at a time.
Okay.
But
Holy cow.
At home, you should bring the water to a boil.
Okay.
Put your sea salt in there. You can use kosher salt also if you like. Just don't use iodized salt. Throw a handful of salt in there. It isn't an exact science. When the water comes back to a boil, go another 5 minutes.
Okay.
Pull them out. You'll see how this nice orange color.
Yes, that bright color.
That bright color. That's what you're looking for. It's like a fluorescent orange, hunter orange. You'll
And there
see
you
that the
have it.
lobsters start to get a
And
little
that puppy's
buoyant.
done.
That is correct. He is done.
You know what? Pass that one over to me, Vince, because in a minute I'm going to ask Steve to show us what the right way is to
That's
get
what I
into
was
this
just going to
guy.
ask, yeah.
You got it.
Maybe we can have dueling lobsters here.
Easy money.
And I bet
By the
these-
way, Charlestown, Rhode Island is the location of the Nordic Lodge, and they are famous, as we were saying, for this all-you-can-eat lobster buffet, which I find so incredible. I know my father's going to want to go there. I'm going to have to take him now.
You know, it's really popular. Like, if you want to impress somebody, you get somebody from out of town. It's not the kind of place you come to on a weekly basis.
Right.
But for a big night out, you want to treat yourself. That's where you go.
This is the
So
place
show
to
us
go.
how to get into these guys.
Okay, this is what we do.
Okay.
First of all, twist the tail off.
Okay.
Like so.
Easy enough.
Okay.
Now, we've got some gunk in there.
We do. That's the green is the liver, and in the case of the female lobster, you'll see red, which is called the roe or the coral.
By the way, I don't think we're selling Courtney right now on the lobster because there is a little bit of gunk. But listen, it's worth it for the final prize. Am I right?
Oh yeah.
So what do we do from here? Do we crack them open down the center?
Well, I'm going to show you. For the tail, the easiest way to do this is to break off the tail fins here.
Right.
Okay. Then you take your fork, stick it in the other end, and just pull it out like that.
Oh, that's
Gosh, I'm
nice.
the luckiest girl in the world. I'm
And
having
it's-
lobster for
and it's
breakfast.
Just that easy. Stick
That's
it in
beautiful.
here. Take a little bit of butter. Always
Oh, you got
use
to put butter on it.
always use top of the line butter.
Top of the line butter.
Very important.
Oh,
Oh, that's a lot of butter, Steve.
Yeah, but that's good, huh?
Go
yeah.
ahead and give it to Vince because he can try.
Oh, I get it. Oh,
There you go.
you're the best, kiddo.
Because I have a feeling that Steve's going to make me grab me a tail too, and that's why I'm.
Want to see how to open a claw? Take off the rubber band. Break off that lower part of the claw. Just crush it. It's all just pretty self-explanatory. If you take your time, you should wear an apron or a bib because sometimes they can splatter. And again, same idea.
And
Stick
just
your
pull it
fork
out.
in there and just kind of pry it out.
Now, Vince, what do you think?
Oh, come on, are you kidding me?
Michelle, we are the luckiest people in the world this morning because we get to have lobster for breakfast. And it's one of those meals that kind of signifies summer, and we kind of have summer-like weather this morning, right?
We do. I mean, we're already